Welcome to today's deep dive, and we're really excited about this one. We're getting an exclusive sneak peek at something pretty cool. We're going to be talking about influencer marketing,
Oh, wow.
but not just in a general sense. You know how we usually do. We have something special today.
Right.
Bold and Bonkers Network, LLC, is releasing a brand new book on April 9th, 2025. It's called Influencer Marketing Mastery by Anita Nunley.
Interesting.
And alongside that, they're launching a course on the same topic through their Bold and Bonkers Network Academy.
Okay.
And thanks to our partnership with them, we actually have a manuscript, like hot off the presses.
Wow. So
You're basically,
worth look.
yeah, you're getting a pre-release
Yeah.
glimpse
Yeah.
into some really cutting-edge influencer marketing strategies.
That's pretty cool. Now, this isn't Bald and Bonker's first time doing something like this, right? I mean, their academy already has all sorts of courses. I mean, we've got Udemy Success Blueprint and Office 365 Mastery, and
Right.
then they even have courses like Catechizing Cryptozoology and Hauntings Evaluation System. Like,
It's
how
wild.
do those even go together?
Right. It's a really fascinating mix, and I think it really speaks to their willingness to explore all sorts of different niches,
Yeah.
which we also see reflected in their podcast network, right?
Oh,
They
absolutely.
go from business and tech all the way to the truly bizarre, and they do it with like equal enthusiasm.
It's true.
So it definitely makes you wonder, like, what kind of approach are they going to take with this influencer marketing mastery book?
Yeah.
So let's dive in.
Okay.
One of the first things that really struck me about Anita Nunley's writing is her tone. It's incredibly engaging and conversational,
Okay.
almost like she's just chatting with you over coffee.
Ooh, I love that.
In the introduction, she says, "All right, bestie, let's talk about influencer marketing, because if you're still treating it like an optional add-on, you're already behind."
I love that. That's so
Approachable, right? And I think that informality is a really deliberate choice. I think it's designed to make the subject more approachable.
Right, because marketing, especially for those new to it, can
Exactly.
be intimidating.
And she also doesn't shy away from bold statements.
Oh,
She flat out says, traditional advertising is losing its grip because people are tired of brands constantly yelling at them to buy things and love them.
yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people
I
are
think so too.
feeling that advertising fatigue.
Absolutely. And it's refreshing to see someone just kind of acknowledge it head on.
Yes, definitely.
So she goes on to explain why influencer marketing is different, right?
Okay.
And she breaks influencers down into three main categories: micro-influencers with under 10,000 followers, power middle influencers with 10,000 to 250,000, and then macro-influencers
Okay.
with 250,000 or more.
Wow. So there's like a whole hierarchy.
There's a whole system.
Okay.
But she stresses that follower count isn't everything. She says a micro-influencer with a highly engaged niche audience can actually be more effective than a macro-influencer with millions of followers if they're not actually.
Engage. Right. It's about the quality.
Exactly.
No.
Quantity.
And it speaks to that shift that we're seeing in marketing towards more targeted efforts.
Right.
So she really argues that influencer marketing works because people actually trust influencers,
Yeah.
you know?
Makes sense.
It's almost like they're modern day Yelp reviewers, but with personalities that resonate with their audience.
Yeah. And that personal touch, I think,
Yeah.
is really key. You know, people want to feel like they're getting recommendations
Right.
from someone that they relate to, not just a faceless corporation.
Right. Absolutely.
It's almost like a friend suggesting something.
And she provides some solid advice for brands who are looking to get started.
Okay. Like what?
She suggests things like sponsored posts, offering influencers exclusive access to products or events. Okay.
Providing merchant discounts, even collaborating on product lines together.
So it's all about that partnership.
It is.
And it's mutually beneficial.
Yeah, and she really emphasizes that mutually beneficial nature of these partnerships. It's not just brands leveraging influencers. It's about creating these opportunities that benefit both parties.
That's a really good point.
And one of her biggest arguments is that influencer marketing is actually more cost-effective than traditional advertising.
Really?
She even challenges readers to consider how many influencer campaigns they could run for the price of one Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's a huge.
That's a thought-provoking comparison.
Yeah, it makes you think about which one would actually generate more engagement.
Exactly.
Probably the influencer campaigns.
Probably, right. So how does she suggest brands actually get started?
Yeah, how do you do it?
Well, she outlines 5 key strategies: contests and giveaways,
Okay.
sponsored content, product collaborations,
Mm-hmm.
social media takeovers and reviews, and unboxing videos.
I see. So each one kind of taps into a different aspect.
Right, and she provides clear examples.
Oh, that's helpful.
Yeah, it's one thing to talk about these concepts theoretically,
Right.
but it's much more impactful to see how brands have actually successfully implemented them.
Absolutely. Real world
Yeah.
examples are much better.
So now one of the trickiest parts of influencer marketing is finding the right influencer for your brand.
Right, because you can't just pick anyone.
No, and she dedicates a whole section of the book to that process, and she emphasizes that it goes way beyond just looking at follower count.
Okay.
You need to consider their niche, their audience, their content style, and
Right.
whether their values actually align with your brand.
So it's got to be someone who genuinely connects with your target audience
Exactly.
and can represent your brand authentically.
And to illustrate this point, she even brings up some examples of incredibly successful influencers who didn't even show their faces,
Really?
like Dream Corp's husband and even the collective known as Anonymous.
Huh. So it really challenges our
Right.
ideas of what an influencer has to look like.
It does. It highlights the diverse landscape of online personalities.
That's so interesting.
So she also breaks down 5 key traits to look for in a good influencer.
Okay, tell me.
Owning their niche, using the right platforms, knowing their audience, creating what she calls scroll-stopping content, and understanding how algorithms work.
So you're looking beyond just the surface.
You are.
And you're understanding what makes them effective
Exactly.
in their own little world.
And she stresses the importance of authenticity in storytelling.
Okay.
She argued that great influencers don't just push products, they weave them into these compelling narratives
Okay.
that resonate with their audience.
So it goes back to that advertising fatigue.
It does.
Where people are looking for genuine connection.
Exactly. They want stories. They don't want to be constantly sold to.
Exactly.
But storytelling is just one element of a successful campaign. Nunley has a whole chapter about defining your goals and KPIs.
Right. So you need a plan.
You do.
You can't just go in blind.
She compares it to planning a road trip. You need a destination in mind, otherwise you're just driving aimlessly.
That's a great analogy.
And she gives you a framework for setting both direct response KPIs, which are things like sales and app downloads,
Okay.
and then brand awareness KPIs, which are things like website traffic and engagement.
I see. So you have to choose the metrics
You do.
that actually align with what you want.
And she goes beyond just setting the goals.
Okay.
She outlines specific strategies for achieving them. So, for example, if you're looking to boost brand awareness,
Mm-hmm.
she suggests tactics like brand mentions, product reviews, and influencer shoutouts.
Okay. Makes sense.
While if your goal is to drive website traffic,
Okay.
then you might look at sponsored blog posts,
Mm-hmm.
guest posts, and sponsored social media content.
It's really fascinating how much
Yes.
you can do.
Yeah, it's a comprehensive toolkit,
It is,
and it highlights the versatility of influencer marketing.
for sure.
She also talks about driving engagement by leveraging social media takeovers and brand ambassadors.
Yeah, because that can really amplify a brand's voice.
Exactly.
And give it that sense of community.
But she also reminds us about the importance of building those lasting relationships with influencers through things like thoughtful gifts and event partnerships.
Right. It's not just transactional. It's
Oh.
about a genuine connection.
Exactly. So she even has a whole chapter called 7 Things to Avoid in Potential Influencer Campaigns.
Oh, that's
Which
all
I think
helpful.
and cautionary.
Yeah, and she starts by warning against launching a campaign without clearly defined goals and KPIs.
Right, because then you're going to waste resources.
Exactly, and then miss opportunities.
Okay, so goals are important.
Goals are crucial.
Got it.
She also cautions against choosing unvetted influencers. And she uses Ryan Lochte scandal back in 2016 as an example
Oh, yeah.
of how aligning with the wrong person can really damage your brand.
Makes sense.
So due diligence is crucial when you're choosing a partner.
Yeah, for sure. She stresses the importance of personalized outreach, fair compensation, and clear contracts.
So making sure that everything's respectful
Yes.
and beneficial.
And then, of course, she cautions against stifling the influencer's creativity.
Oh, yeah.
Micromanaging every aspect of a campaign can lead to content that feels forced and inauthentic.
So finding that balance between guidance
Yes,
and freedom.
exactly. And then finally, she reminds us that in today's mobile-first world,
Mm-hmm.
video content is no longer optional. It's essential.
Especially with the rise of TikTok and Instagram Reels.
Exactly. She hammers home the point that video content tends to get way more engagement
Oh, for sure.
than static posts, especially on social media.
So it's about meeting your audience where they are
It is.
using the right language.
Right. And today, that language is video.
Okay.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From choosing the right influencer, crafting compelling content, setting clear goals.
Yeah.
Measuring success, but there's one crucial aspect of influencer marketing that we haven't delved into yet,
Oh, what's that?
and that's measuring the success of your campaigns. So we're going to dive into that in part 2 of our deep dive into influencer marketing mastery.
Sounds good. I'm ready. So we've talked about setting up a campaign, but how do you know if it's actually working?
Right, that's the big question.
Yeah.
How do we actually know if we're getting a return on our investment?
That's where measurement comes in. And Anita Munley actually dedicates a good portion of influencer marketing mastery to analyzing results.
Yeah, and it's a real eye-opening.
It
I
is.
was really interested in her section on reach.
Okay.
It's really tempting to just look at an influencer's follower count and call it a day.
Yeah, big number looks good, right?
Right, but she argues that's not the whole picture.
Of course not.
Yeah. She points out that some of those followers could be bots, inactive accounts, or even other brands just trying to boost their own numbers.
So you really need to look deeper.
You do. You have to see how many people are actually engaging with the content.
Right.
And she emphasizes the importance of tracking metrics, like impressions,
Okay.
which show how many times your content was displayed.
So like how many people potentially saw it?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a much better indicator of how many people actually saw your message than just looking at a follower count.
I see. So that's more about awareness.
It is.
Okay.
But she also stresses tracking website traffic.
Right. Because if people are actually going to your website,
Yes.
then they're interested.
They want to learn more.
Exactly. It's like they're following those breadcrumbs.
They are. You can see where the influencer's audience is going.
And she even gives some really specific advice
Just.
on how to use Google Analytics
Mhm.
to track all of this.
Which is super helpful because it's one thing to say track your website traffic, but it's another to actually show people how to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, speaking of getting granular,
Okay.
she dives into target audience growth.
All right. So we're not just talking about any follows.
No, not just any followers. It's about getting the right people, the people who are genuinely interested in your product or service.
The people who are going to buy it.
Yes. And she gives practical tips on how to use Google Analytics to look at things like demographics, interests, even the behavior of your website visitors.
So you can really like zero in on who's actually.
You can. It's amazing how much data is available if you know where to look.
It is. It's like having a magnifying glass
It is.
to just see who these people are.
And one thing that really surprised me was her advice on timing.
Okay.
She cautions against checking your metrics too soon after a campaign ends.
Okay.
She says wait at least 30 to 60 days to let the full impact actually unfold.
Oh, that's interesting because sometimes we expect things to happen right away.
We do, but marketing doesn't always have that immediate effect.
Right. Someone might see the influencer's post today,
Right.
but not buy anything for weeks.
Exactly. It's like planting a seed. You have to give it time to grow
Do.
before you can actually see those results.
So speaking of results,
Okay.
one of the ultimate goals of influencer marketing is driving conversions.
Yes. Actual sales.
Right. So Nunley gets into some pretty specific strategies
Okay.
for tracking those sales and understanding how much revenue can be attributed to an influencer campaign.
This is where it gets really exciting because you can have all the beach and engagement in the world,
Right.
but at the end of the day,
It's about money.
most brands just want to see those sales go up.
Absolutely.
And she highlights the effectiveness of things like coupon codes and affiliate links.
Right, because those provide a direct link
They do.
between what the influencer's doing and what the customer's doing.
And it's not just about seeing how many sales are generated, but you can actually learn about what kinds of products or services are resonating most with the influencer's audience.
So you're understanding what's working, what people
Yeah.
are actually buying.
Yes. So she even talks about tracking the click-through rate on those affiliate links, which shows you how persuasive the influencer actually was in getting their audience to actually click through and check out what you have to offer.
That's really cool.
It is.
So basically, she's giving us a framework for measuring success.
She is.
From reach and audience growth
Mm.
to conversions and engagement.
And she really emphasizes using a combination of different metrics
Yeah.
to get a complete view of the campaign's performance.
So it's not just about one number.
No, it's about understanding the story those numbers are telling.
I like that.
But data is only useful if you know what to do with it.
Right.
And what I found most valuable was actually her advice on how to interpret those metrics and use them to improve future campaigns.
Because each campaign is a
Yes.
learning experience.
It is. It's about turning data into insights.
And then insights into action.
Exactly.
I love that.
And she stresses the importance of having a plan in place before you even launch a campaign.
Oh, that's so important.
It is.
You got to know where you're going.
You do. You have to know who your target audience is, what your goals are, and which metrics you're going to be tracking from the get-go.
It's like that roadmap.
It is. And then once you've identified those goals,
Mm-hmm.
then you need to pick the right influencer, someone whose audience aligns with your target demographic, and whose style and values resonate with your brand.
So you need to do your research
You do.
before you pick someone.
And she also emphasizes the importance of clear communication
Oh, of course.
throughout the whole process. Be upfront about your expectations, deliverables, timelines, compensation, and usage rights.
Yeah, you need to be on the same page.
You do. A well-structured contract is essential.
Absolutely.
And she reminds us, despite having a plan and an agreement, to stay flexible.
Okay.
You know, the world of influencer marketing is constantly evolving.
Yeah, it moves so fast.
It does, so you have to be adaptable and willing to adjust your approach as needed.
So just be ready for anything.
Be ready for anything.
Okay, got it.
She also encourages brands to be open to new ideas and to give influencers that creative freedom to leverage their unique style and voice.
Right, let them do their thing.
Because that trust and creative freedom can lead to more authentic and engaging content that really resonates with the influencer's audience.
Absolutely. It feels more real.
Now, after diving deep into all this strategic advice,
Yeah.
I have to admit, I'm feeling a little inspired.
Oh,
What if I wanted to become an influencer myself?
that's a great question.
Is it?
And it actually leads us perfectly into something we haven't even touched on yet.
Oh, what's that?
Bald and Bonkers Network Academy.
Right?
Remember, this book is being released with a course
Oh, that's right.
on the same topic.
I'm so curious to learn more.
Well, they have a wide range of courses, but one that really stood out to me was Podcasting 101.
Okay.
It's taught by Dakota Franson.
Oh, wow.
He's like a legend in podcasting.
He is. So if our listeners are feeling inspired to create their own content and build an audience, maybe this course is a good next step for them.
It could be a great opportunity.
Yeah, to learn from someone who's already had success in that space.
Exactly.
So we've covered a lot of ground here, from choosing the right influencer, crafting compelling content, setting clear goals, measuring results, and even exploring the possibility of becoming an influencer ourselves.
It's been quite a journey
It has.
through the world of influencer marketing.
But before we wrap up part 2 of this deep dive,
Okay.
let's just recap some of the key takeaways
Okay, sounds good.
that you can actually apply to your own marketing efforts, whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out. Okay, so we've spent a lot of time talking about all the different aspects of influencer marketing. We've gone over how to find the right influencers, how to measure the success of your campaigns.
We talked about contracts.
We talked about contracts. We talked about setting those goals.
Yeah, really digging deep.
Really getting into it. And one thing that really stands out is that influencer marketing, it's a powerful tool, but it's not a set and forget it kind of thing.
Definitely not. You can't just...
You can't just throw money at an influencer and hope for the best.
It takes a lot of work.
It does. It takes careful planning, building those authentic relationships, and creating campaigns that actually resonate with an audience.
That's so important.
And Nunley really hammers home the importance of finding influencers who genuinely believe in your brand, right?
It's got to be a good fit.
It does. Their values have to align with your target audience.
Yeah, you want them to feel like...
You want it to feel natural.
Yeah, authentic.
Authentic, that's the key word.
Sure.
And she emphasizes the need for clear communication
Oh, always.
throughout the whole campaign process.
Right, from expectations.
Yes, expectations, deliverables, timelines, compensation,
Contracts, all of it.
usage rates, all of those things.
Transparency is key.
Transparency is so important for building trust
Exactly.
and ensuring that smooth collaboration.
It just makes things so much easier.
It really does. But even with the best laid plans,
Yeah.
we have to remember that influencer marketing is constantly changing.
Oh, it's like a Wild West out there.
It is what works today might not work tomorrow, so it's so important to stay flexible.
Be adaptable.
Adapt, and be willing to adjust your approach as needed.
So you have to be comfortable with change.
You do. You
Basically.
have to stay ahead of the curve, experiment with new platforms, new strategies, be willing to kind of shift your thinking.
Embrace that uncertainty.
Embrace the uncertainty, exactly. And she encourages brands to be open to new ideas and to give influencers that creative freedom.
Oh, yeah, let them do their thing, yeah.
Leverage their unique style and voice.
Because that's what makes them special.
Exactly, because that's going to lead to that authentic and engaging content that really resonates with their audience.
Absolutely.
So before we wrap up this deep dive into influencer marketing mastery and Bald and Bonkers Network Academy, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question.
Okay, I like those.
I know you do. Think about the influencers that you follow, the ones whose recommendations you actually take to heart.
Yeah, the ones you actually trust.
The ones you trust. What is it about them that makes their opinions actually matter to you? Is it their authenticity, their expertise in a particular niche, their ability to tell those compelling stories, or is it something else entirely?
That's a really good question.
Right, because understanding what makes an influencer effective is so important, not only for brands, but for individuals who are just navigating this ever-growing world of online content.
Right. We have to be careful out there.
We do. We have to be discerning consumers of information, recognizing that not all influence is created equal.
Well said. We have to be critical.
We have to be critical.
Make informed choices.
Make informed choices about who we allow to influence our thoughts, our opinions, ultimately our decisions.
Absolutely.
So there you have it, a deep dive into the world of influencer marketing, guided by Anita Nunley's Influencer Marketing Mastery and Balt and Bonkers Network Academy.
It was fascinating.
It was. We hope you found this exploration insightful and maybe even a little inspiring. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.